Hello again. This is Dr. Lauer again. Actually, I don't think I introduced myself in the last video. But anyway, as you know, this is Special Education 6510. This is an introduction to students with behavior problems and or emotional impairment. That's what we call it in Michigan. It's called many different things, and we'll talk a little bit about that as the course goes through. But what the course is about and what it's not about. The course is about, it's an introduction to the types of emotional impairment that you are likely to encounter, and some that you're less likely to encounter but might encounter. So I go into depth about possible causes and the behaviors you're likely to see. I don't go too in-depth into interventions because you have other courses that do that. However, if you have some specific questions about that, then just email me and let me know, and I'll address that for everybody. I'll make another video to address that. Okay, so let's see how this is laid out. First of all, this I like in the new version because they tell you what each of these things are. It used to be that you'd look at it and go, what the heck is that? But they now say a forum is where everybody can say something. And this is where I make announcements. A page often has a URL to it and takes you to something online. It also is where I do my videos like this one. I share it as a YouTube video because most people can then see it pretty well on whatever they're looking at, whether it's a tablet or a computer or their phone. And I always have a title for them. And then I also have kind of labels for the various things, like this is the syllabus. There's a participant lounge. Hardly anybody ever uses it, but if you'd like to, that's fine. I'm going to monitor it. I don't say much in here. But this is from the days that I used to teach mostly face-to-face. And it used to be so nice to have the people in the first few minutes or before the class starts talk about stuff that happened to them that week. And so this gives you an opportunity, if you want to do that, so that we can know a little bit about each other. This page talks about technical problems. I showed you that on the syllabus, but this is just kind of a reminder of how to handle them. These are notes to myself, but you have, because I change stuff as we go through the course, and I change it for the next semester as well. So you're welcome to add comments to that. Each week will tell you when things are due. So the first week is from January 9th to everything's due on the 15th at 11:59. The 16th, just so you know, is Martin Luther King Day. I always have a little to do, what is due. By the way, I think I did all of this correctly, but if I have something different on here than on here, go with the big thing up here. I look pretty carefully though. So then there's video presentations. This is what I'm doing right now is right here. I have something about the syllabus, which I did before, you saw that already. Then emotional impairment versus autism, because I think it's something that comes up all the time, and I wanted to talk about it right at the beginning. The first forum, you're going to introduce yourself. And then you will have, this explains different kinds of reflections. You don't have to memorize it or anything, but just so that you can have an idea of what different kinds of reflections are like. You then, this folder will have articles for the reflection, and the first reflection assignment is due here. Plagiarism, it's now called academic integrity. This is left over from a couple years ago, but it's the how-to on the plagiarism badge, and then the actual tutorial, and then the assignment to put your plagiarism badge here. The plagiarism badge should have your name on it. If it just has a little icon on it, that's not good enough. And the best ways to do this is to either take a screenshot or even take a photograph with your camera of it. If you have any problems with this or anything else on the other assignments, email me. This is why it's good to at least look everything over at the very beginning of each week, because then you're not trying to get to me Sunday morning when I may or may not be available. The first quiz is just about the syllabus. So you can look at what I said in here. This is just true or false. It's the only one that's true or false. The rest are essay. And this is just really so that to make sure you read the syllabus. So each week will be like this, and the topic will be up here, and whatever assignments you have will be in here. And all you do is click on these things, and it'll take you where you're supposed to go. Reflection 2, and so on. And then sometimes you have optional kinds of things here. When I say optional, they're optional, but I do recommend that you at least take a look at them. All right, let me look through here and see if there's anything different. Let's see. So each week is a different type of a disorder, and there are at least 2 weeks that deal with causes. And you'll see that the quiz is based primarily on the chapters in the text. And it's just a way for me to make sure, and you to make sure, that you've read what you need to read in there. I try to make the quizzes be application kinds of questions. I don't care about that. If you're able to regurgitate information, I want you to be able to think about it and apply it. Okay. Just trying to see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I remember. It's this one here. I've given you a long time to do this assignment. So instead of the normal 7 days or 6 days, depending on how you look at it, I've given you a long time to do it. Really, classes are over on the 25th at 10 o'clock at night. So if you want to have it done by then, that's great. But I'm not going to grade them until the March 6th, which is when classes start again. So I'm not insisting that you do it over the vacation. In fact, if I were you, I wouldn't do it that way. But because I'm not going to grade this until then, I've given you that time. And there are, I think, this semester, I believe there's 14 weeks, 12, 13. No, I'm wrong. There's 13 weeks. Okay, so everything will be due on April 16th. And there's, your topic paper is due here. And there's a topic paper forum so that people can make comments on it. This one here is for the actual grade. And then these things are PowerPoints that I've done. So anyway, again, thank you very much for watching this. You'll notice that for the first video, I did show you my face in case you haven't had other courses with me, just so you know what I look like. I don't think I need to do that for the other ones. And so again, if you have any questions, let me know. But I'm very much looking forward to having all of you in this course.